Hello everyone. మన NISM సిరీస్ ఎస్వి రీసెర్చ్ అనలిస్ట్ మాక్ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్లో నిన్న మనం 25 క్వశ్చన్స్ని డీటెయిల్డ్గా అనలైజ్ చేసుకున్నాం కదా. సో మనం నెక్స్ట్ ఈరోజు వీడియోలో దానికి కంటిన్యూషన్గా నెక్స్ట్ 25 క్వశ్చన్స్ అంటే క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 26 నుంచి 50 వరకు నేను ఎలా అటెంప్ట్ చేశానో స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేసి లైవ్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయబోతున్నాను. State whether true or false if imports are more than exports, then the country will have a current account surplus. ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్ కన్నా ఇంపోర్ట్స్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటే కంట్రీ విల్ హ్యావ్ కరెంట్ సర్ప్లసా? కాదు, రాంగ్. కరెంట్ అకౌంట్ డెఫిసిట్ అవుతుంది. ఇఫ్ ఇంపోర్ట్స్ ఆర్ మోర్ దెన్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్ ద కంట్రీ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఏ కరెంట్ అకౌంట్ డెఫిసిట్, అండ్ ఇఫ్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్ ఆర్ మోర్ దెన్ ఇంపోర్ట్స్ then it will have a current account surplus అన్నమాట. Next question. In bias, investors look for evidence of some other investors buying specific securities. Head mentality. Right issue is open for subscription for a maximum period of 30 days. As per concept popularized by Benjamin Graham and Warren Buffett, means purchasing a security when its market price is significantly below its intrinsic value, thereby minimizing downside risk. Margin of assurance, margin of positivity, margin of safety, margin of profits. The answer is margin of safety. Identify which is not a view-based section in a stock research report. Financial ratios, shareholding pattern on the company, segment-wise contribution to total revenue, all of the above. View-based section in a stock research report ante all of the above, I think. Regarding the healthcare hospitals industry, which of these factors play a role? The role of medical technology advancements, the impact of an aging population, both role of medical technology advancements and impact of an aging population. The decline in the value of an investor's holdings due to falling security prices is categorized under which type of risk? The decline in the value of investor holdings due to falling security prices ante market risk. Which of the following best describes an expansionary fiscal policy? Government spending exceeds its income. Government spending is lower than its income. Government's income and expenditure are same. None of the above. The answer is government spending exceeds its income. Companies are required to disclose related party transactions so that shareholders can assess whether certain transactions are unfairly benefiting some parties such as promoters. State whether true or false. Is true. Which division under the Ministry of Finance oversees the disinvestment of the Government of India? Stake in public sector undertakings, PSUs. Department of Disinvestment. Identify the correct statement with respect to additional tier 1 perpetual bond. They are junior to deposit but senior to other types of bonds. They are junior to deposits, interbank loans and all other bonds. They are ranked below common equity. They rank below deposits but above other bonds. They are junior to deposits, interbank loans and all other bonds. I think they are ranked below common equity. Okay. They are junior to deposits, interbank loans and all other bonds. This is the answer. Identify the correct statement with respect to speculators. Speculators focus on short-term trades based on expected price volatility. Speculators operate under the belief that prices will continuously fall. Speculators aim for long-term gains by adopting buy and hold investment approach. Speculators operate with the belief that share prices will consistently rise. The answer is speculators focus on short-term trades based on expected price volatility. Under SEBI's corporate governance framework, how many board members must be independent directors when the chairman is also an executive director? At least 50%. An analyst relies on multiple information sources while evaluating a company. Which of the following sets best reflects suitable sources of such information? Company filings and information obtained, exclusively from authorized company representatives. Company filings, company management, a network of industry experts on the company's customers and suppliers. Company filings, regulatory bodies, market traders, social media forums sharing stock recommendations. Only company filings. Company filings and information obtained exclusively from authorized company representatives. ఇది కాదు. Company filing, company management, network of industry experts, companies, customers and suppliers. Multiple sources అంటే ఆప్షన్ ఇది కరెక్ట్. Which refers to a rights issue? Which of the following statements correctly describe the choices available to investors with respect to the rights received? Investors must either exercise to transfer the rights and cannot relinquish them. Investors may exercise or relinquish the rights but not permitted to transfer them. Investors may exercise, transfer or relinquish the rights. Investors are required to compulsorily exercise the rights. Investors may exercise, transfer or relinquish the rights. Which of the following sectors is generally considered to be highly cyclical in nature? Food and beverages, healthcare, capital goods, pharmaceuticals. Highly cyclical in nature ante highly cyclical capital goods. Highly cyclical industry is one where demand rises strongly in good economic times, falls sharply in downturns. Which item among the following appears in a company's income statement? Income statement లో ఉండే ఐటమ్ ఏంటి? లాంగ్ టర్మ్ డెప్టా, కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్ సోల్డ్, ఫిక్స్డ్ అసెట్స్, అకౌంట్స్ రిసీవబుల్స్, కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్ సోల్డ్. With respect to technical analysis, which of the following statements correctly describe the average directional index? ADX is another name for directional moving indicators. ADX is calculated as the average 12-day and 26-day exponential moving averages. ADX is a popular indicator used to assess trend strength. ADX is primarily used to identify trend reverse. ADX is a popular indicator used to assess trend strength. Which sequence correctly represents the typical stages of a business life cycle? First stage వచ్చి pioneer stage, next growth, తర్వాత maturity, next stage decline వస్తుంది. So this is the correct answer. In SWOT analysis, which of the following factors represents a weakness? A decline in profits in a given year due to one-time expenses, insufficient research and development RD capabilities, sales growth that is lower than the industry average, all of the above. వీక్నెస్ కి సంబంధించిన ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఏంటి? ఇన్సఫిషియంట్ రీసెర్చ్ అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ క్యాపబిలిటీస్. The risk arising from an investor's inability to quickly convert investments into cash as classified under which type of risk? Liquidity, credit risk, liquidity risk, interest rate risk, market risk. Liquidity risk. Liquidity risk refers to the risk that an investor may not be able to sell an investment quickly at a fair price. When markets are illiquid, converting investments into cash becomes very difficult అవుతుందన్నమాట. The regulator that administers and supervises the capital markets in India is capital markets ని రెగ్యులేట్ చేసేది SEBI. Under the Securities Contracts Act 1956, which activities are included? Corporatization and demutualization of stock exchanges, granting official recognition to stock exchanges, prohibiting undesirable speculation in stock markets, all of the above. I think all of the above. Okay, correct answer. The Securities and SCRA Act 1956 governs the functioning of stock exchanges in India. It gives the government and SEBI the power to prohibit undesirable speculation, ensures corporatization, demutualization of exchanges, and also grants recognition to stock exchanges. Essentially, it covers all legal aspects to regulate trading in securities and maintain orderly markets. So, ఇప్పుడు సబ్మిట్ చేద్దాం. Question number 5 have not been answered. Do you still wish to submit? స్కిప్ చేసినట్టున్నాను నేను క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 5. Out of 50 questions, 49 were correct and 1 is wrong. ఓకేనండి, చూసారు కదా మాక్ టెస్ట్ ప్రిపరేషన్. సో నేను వీడియోస్ నేను ఏదైతే అటెంప్ట్ చేస్తున్నానో అవి మ్యాక్సిమం అప్లోడ్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాను. సో మీరైతే నా ఛానల్ని ఫాలో అయిపోండి. మీ ట్రేడింగ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో, ఎవరైతే NISM XV సిరీస్కి ప్రాక్టీస్ అవుతున్నారో వాళ్ళకి కూడా ఈ వీడియో షేర్ చేయండి, హెల్ప్ఫుల్గా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ వాచింగ్. ప్లీజ్ డూ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అండ్ లైక్ అండ్ షేర్, కమెంట్. ఏమైనా మిస్టేక్స్ ఉంటే నాకు కమెంట్స్లో చెప్పండి.